There's something about Suzuka. Welcome to a place which tests the bounds of driving possibility. Senna and Prost at the chicane, then the first turn, Hill reaching impossible heights, Schumacher, then Hakkinen daring each other further, Alonso around the outside, and then Kimi's comeback on the last lap. This place deals in the art of pushing yourself further. And if that sounds a bit grandiose, just take a look at yesterday. A driver taking a car which seemingly should not be on the front row to pole position. Welcome to the resumption of the Drivers' Championship of the World. After one of Verstappen's greatest laps, we now wait to see what he can do with 53 of them. This is the Japanese Grand Prix. You are looking at the tyres, the C3, the C2 and the C1. We go to the harder end of the tyre compounds because of these long and magnificent corners of a racetrack to 3.6 miles, 5.8 kilometers, and history on every single turn. This is the grid from the back to the front for the third Grand Prix of the year. Lance Stroll made a mistake, went into the gravel, went out in Q1. He's the only Aston Martin point scorer all year. It's been a tough weekend. Big crash in FP2 for Jack Doohan. Then we get to Esteban Ocon. He's the second Haas on the grid. He's next to Gabriel Bortoleto. He's the second Sauber because Nico Hülkenberg is in 16th. 15th for Carlos Sainz, still trying to diagnose the speed from that Williams. Yuki Tsunoda has swapped places with Liam Lawson. Of course they're on the same row, 13th and 14th. Fernando Alonso is in 12th place. He was admiring Max Verstappen's pole lap. Pierre Gasly, P11 for Alpine. Wonderful performance in the first Haas in Q3 this year for Oliver Behrman. Alex Albon getting there for the third race in succession. Lewis Hamilton in 8th. Isaac Hadjar, he's not been comfortable this weekend, but he's ahead of his driving hero on the grid in just his third Grand Prix. The Mercedes are 5th and 6th, with Russell having a bad quali, Kimi Antonelli having a good one. Charles Leclerc in 4th for his 150th start in Formula One. Then it's Oscar Piastri, 400th back, Lando Norris 100th back, and one of the great laps around Suzuka from Max Verstappen. The Japanese Grand Prix is underway. There is the chop from Max Verstappen. He planned that and he's held the lead into the first turn. The first three, as they were, they all behaved themselves. No one making positions in the upper places. Hamilton getting close to Hadjar. Let's go back to the start of the Grand Prix. You saw how Verstappen's car was pointed, and he got the start he needed to maintain the lead.
Yeah, just incredibly even. They're all line astern, the top four. The Mercedes are side by side further back. Gonna just squeeze through the nose. And Gasly has to back out of it. Oh, get in there. Lovely pass at the hairpin. Saw him teared up from behind.
Lewis Hamilton trying to claim 7th position. This is the only DRS zone on the racetrack. That's a Ferrari getting past into turn number 1.
Yeah, no fight from Hadjar.
In comes Max Verstappen, in comes Lando Norris, over to the teams to get it right. We're looking at the pit stop. It's side by side between the two rivals for the championship. Lando Norris and Max Verstappen nearly coming together on the exit of the pit lane. On the left-hand side by side they go, apply the power, and it was close on acceleration.
He drove himself into the grass.
Yeah, we know the game, Max. As you are.
I tend to agree with Max on that one, really. I think it was just such a long shot for Lando to try but I don't think there'll be anything in that. Huge moment.
The top two contenders for Grand Prix victory in Japan, side by side on exit. You can't make too many moves without race control getting awfully grumpy at you, and there is the move round the outside, and he plays no more games.
If Lando's still saving, I think it should go soon. I think they have the pace to get Max.
Yeah, that's a get on with it from Oscar there.
Max, a bit of comms between the McLaren drivers, trying to urge each other along. Just keep your head down. Pace is good. You'll find time to the end now.
McLaren have to swap them round here. If Norris cannot find some more pace, Piastri's saying he thinks he can. Now, actually, Piastri's got a chance here.
Well, he's going to try and take second place. You can see Lando recharging and Oscar Piastri not getting the help from the team. It was an utterly sensational pole position to deny the McLarens yesterday. The first man to win 4 in a row around Suzuka circuit. Max Verstappen takes the checkered flag to win in Honda colours in Japan. Max Verstappen wins the Japanese Grand Prix to deny Lando Norris and Oscar Piastri The contenders for the title separated by 2.1 seconds across the line. Driving brilliance. A 64th Grand Prix victory and one to savour for Max Verstappen, who beat Lando Norris by 1.4 seconds. Oscar Piastri with a podium on his birthday, and then it was Charles Leclerc ahead of George Russell. The top 6 staying as they started. Lewis Hamilton improved up to 7th. Isaac Hadjar got his first points in Formula 1, and it was Alex Albon and Ollie Behrman rounding out the top 10.
On the road, of course, is great, but very different scenarios compared to, I would say, the last few years here. Today was key to start first. They were trying to get into my DRS, but it's very hard to follow around here. I think also the track temp today helped us. Less overheating from the tires naturally when the track is cooler, just incredibly happy with this result.
I mean, not a lot happened really, did it? Just difficult to follow and even harder to overtake. So yeah, not a lot. I don't know what else we could have done really. When you look at a race like this, you just think we lost out yesterday and not doing a good enough job. Do I think we're a little bit quicker? Yes, but I was gaining in the straights, losing in the corners, so I don't think our pace was honestly that different in the end of the day. And Max didn't make any mistakes, so nothing to capitalise on. So yeah, not the most exciting race, but still some good points.
I felt like I was very fast today, just I didn't have the track position to do much with it, unfortunately. Unfortunately that's the result of qualifying. But I think there's a lot of positives from today. It's been a track that's not been great for me in the races the last couple of years, and today I think I felt like I had very, very strong pace. So I'll take that forwards. Yes, the result's not quite what I wanted, but there's still a lot of satisfaction for today.
What I'm most happy about is the fact that we had good pace, much better than China, and especially on the hard, I felt really good out there and was able to put consistent laps in, and definitely was a nice feeling.
It was a perfect race, honestly. It's the first time I think this year I'm really happy. Even yesterday I felt I left some on the table, but today absolutely nothing, so really happy with the drive.
I think it was a boring race because my radio was clearly a hot topic, but for the most part it was we made a few shift setting changes and fixed the issue, and then honestly had a good race. I think we were fighting with Isaac pretty much. Some moments of the race he was quicker than me, other times I was quicker than him. Quite a boring race, but I like boring races when we're in the points.